Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, the Hey Poopy Podcast with Dave and Ellen.
Hey everybody, there we go. Oh. Hey everybody. Sorry, I was chewing off mic and I turned my microphone off and then I tried to come in all like amped up and then I fucked myself over.
Whoops.
Great start.
Technical difficulty.
Oh yeah.
This is the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave
and Ellen, and this is episode 96, but it'll always be number 2 to us, our favorite number. And we have a very lovely guest, Emily Whittlemore. Whittlemore? Did I say that right? Whittlemore. Sorry. I am terribly dyslexic, and everybody in the show knows this, and so I'm very apologetic. I met Emily a year and a half ago at the infamous Jumbos in LA and became I became like a super fan of Emily's right away after that. And not only is she gorgeous and talented, but she's hilarious. And she posted on Twitter maybe like a month ago about how she wants to be on somebody's podcast. And I was like, you want to be on our little shitty show? Like, sure. So...
Well, thanks. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. I heard it's the shit.
Something like that.
Thank God you can't smell podcasts, that's for sure.
Yeah. Ours, well, actually, I think ours would smell pretty good, even though it's about farting and shitting. I think ours would we'd have enough like accoutrement, if you will, to keep the palate so it's not offensive.
Spraying stuff and lighting matches.
Yeah.
So
it would smell good.
Yeah, if you're listening to the podcast and you want to get a woof of like what we're doing, light some matches and spray some room spray.
Yeah. Get some nice bathroom candles.
Yeah. And before we go into exactly who Emily is, we love to check in with our guests. How have you been pooping recently?
Well, I was doing some traveling, so it's been like, a little bit. There've been some holds and some major releases.
So on the Bristol stool chart, you're 1s and 7s, like you're through.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, you're covering the spectrum.
Yeah.
You're a sister talking to my own bowels. I totally know that. I am literally all over the place.
Also, the traveling thing, I think, fucks up everybody's, like, shitting. Like, Completely. It just really messes things up when you travel, so you're not alone.
Thank you.
Ellen, how have your poops been?
I have a mini epic check-in for you. Today I pooped really, really well. It was Bristol 4. It wasn't like a solid log, but it was like some broken off logs. But I was pretty happy with the results. Nice. I just ate some beans right before we started recording. So crossing fingers, I fart on mic. And yesterday I did a photo shoot in Prospect Park. And I, of course, as everybody knows, I had to pee the minute I got there, and I found one of those fabulous Prospect Park porta potties. So I went in to pee because I had to go so badly. It was that or behind a tree, and if I did it behind a tree, I might get arrested. So I was in there peeing, and there was a moment where I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to poop in here. I'm gonna have to poop in this terrible porta potty. And I was like, pinch it off, Ellen, hold it. You can do this. You can get through the day. And I held my poo-poo inside of me through the photo shoot until after we had some lunch. We ate tacos, and at the place they let me use the bathroom, and I shit in the taco restaurant.
Wow, that's really commendable.
I held it for like 3 hours.
That's impressive.
I didn't think that was possible.
Did the anal retention affect your mood?
You know what? Looking back, I think it did.
I mean, how could it not?
It was maybe harder for me to concentrate on my photo shoot.
You're just like barking directly, like, get over there. All surly.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying, yes, I can't imagine if you were holding your shit in for 3 hours, your mood would be definitely affected by it. I would.
Yeah.
I'd be a mess.
Yeah. But I know me too. Like, usually it's go or no. There's no in between. And
Right.
so the fact that I was able to pause, like, that's massive for me.
Cool.
That's
like my everyday.
Oh.
If I'm out and about, I mean, I'm not holding in shits because I'm at home, but when I'm out and about, I'm like, I'm just going to wait till I get back.
Not me.
Yeah, you're like
I've
right
shit
then.
everywhere.
Yeah, you have.
But
You shit over the tri-state area.
Porta potty. Yeah.
Ugh.
I couldn't do it.
I have.
All I can think of is like the splashback of that porta potty in a park.
Yeah, it's gross. They don't change those things.
No.
So it's not clean.
No.
But I commend you for your strength, your anal, your hold.
My clenching.
Yeah, your clenching, your butt clenching.
My clenchability.
Your sphincter muscles. I did not have any epic check-in. I mean, I took a crap before my run this morning. It was pretty non-eventful. It was like a 5.
That's pretty typical of you.
Yeah, it was, on the looser side. I've not been taking my papaya enzyme pills. So I figure I'll get back to 3s once I start doing that again. But whatever, Like, my shits are so boring compared to yours. Mine, I have like just meat and potatoes, run of the mill. There's nothing like. I wish I had some. Like, I can't wait till I have some crazy, like, epic. I mean, aside from shitting my pants.
Oh, please. I would love for you to shit your pants and tell
we'll
it
see.
on the show.
If I shit my pants at home, because like I'm home like 98% of the time. I mean, like, that just would be so awful.
Yeah, but I did it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and I admitted to it.
Yeah. Well, I will let you know if I shit my pants at home. I'm watching The Bureau, which is a fantastic TV show.
Just on our show, I admitted it on other podcasts.
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't shit my pants in my house yet, but if I do, I will let you know for sure. I'll break the news here.
And Emily, I only shit my pants in my house near the beginning of quarantine because I took too many laxatives. So I blame it on the laxatives.
Why did you take laxatives?
Because I was a little bunged up, and I was like, if I take it more than one, it'll really loosen it. And it did loosen it the first like 2 or 3 tries. And then I was sitting on the couch, and there was this moment where I was like, I'm not going to make it. So it was like the 4th poo just came out without any.
I feel like you needed to start wearing diapers at home. On those days.
My partner Gerald says the exact same thing. For how many times I pee my pants, he's like, can you just, like, you're going to pee your pants, just wear diapers already.
Well, Christmas is coming up.
I'm like, holding off. Like, can't I just be geriatric and not just middle-aged before I wear diapers? Like,
they got those new slim ones, right? Like,
I know. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's funny.
I mean, I also was hanging out with some girlfriends over the weekend, and one of them pees a lot. And the third one, she was like, I'm so glad there's somebody who pees as much as me. And I was like, do I really pee as much as this other one? And the other girlfriend goes, no, nobody pees as much as you, Ellen.
It's true.
No one.
Yeah. You have a baby bladder.
I do. I'm a mess. So, Emily, tell us more about yourself.
I'm just like a normal person. But everything I've ever done has been completely legal. I had a stream on Adult Swim that ended last month, but it went for 88 episodes.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
It was pretty fun. It was called The Perfect Women. And now we're working on a new project that we can't announce yet, but coming soon, hopefully.
Nice.
Crossing fingers.
Very cool.
Thank you.
And you're are you based out of LA?
Yes.
Cool. Much warmer than it is here. I'm getting sick of this fucking weather. It's already shitty. I went to summer back. But that's a side story. Sorry. I just realized how shitty the East Coast is sometimes. But anyway. As you were saying.
And before pandemic, you were a dancer and a comedian and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, my life was so pimp. So much fun.
You're living it, living the life. But that's pretty cool. Like Adult Swim, I love Adult Swim. That's pretty amazing. Congratulations.
One of the greatest networks.
They had some
Right behind Lifetime and
TLC.
What was the second one? Oh, TLC?
No, she said Lifetime. I said TLC.
Oh.
Or the Dog Network. I'm sure it's a Dog Network, right? Or some kind of like Animal Planet.
Animal Planet.
Yeah. I don't have cable anymore, so I miss out on all those fun, hard-hitting networks.
Yeah, I only see like cable TV or like any network TV really like when I'm at a hotel. And you know, they have some great shows nowadays. There's like half the channels are just like 24-hour infomercials, paid programming, which is crazy. And then like the other half of the channels are like guys' grocery games, like Boy Scout lawsuits.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, there is like, I feel like that's pretty much American television in a nutshell right there.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I didn't realize that the streaming had really hurt the bag that much.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm glad that there's people like you out there making actually good content as opposed to just fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway. As you said, infomercials, I kept thinking about that, not to bring it back to make this the Adult Swim show, but I forgot the name of it. The Adult Swim did that whole, I forgot how many hours it was, but that crazy infomercial thing they did, I forgot how many years ago they did it. It's just like this continuous loop they did of like this, it gets weirder and more surreal as the hours go by. And I'm
like
forgetting.
Tim and Eric, right?
Huh?
It was a Tim and Eric thing.
Was that Tim and Eric that did that? 'Cause I know they did the Tim and Eric like trial.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. But there was another thing. They had like, I mean, it probably was Tim and Eric, but it was so funny. They had like, they kept bringing all these characters on. They kept playing the theme song like over and over. It was like this crazy acid trip, but a genius. And it was like they set up as an infomercial. Like you didn't know it was actual programming. But anyway.
Is Beef House on Adult Swim?
Yeah.
I only saw that one episode with all the poop.
Oh, you didn't see the ones I put on? I'll put it back on there. I thought you grabbed them all.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm trying to keep it on topic.
Oh, sorry. I'll cut that out.
And if you notice, I've been using the term bunged up thanks to that episode. So that's my new term thanks to Tim and Eric. And I never even heard of bunged up before.
Now it's part of the lexicon.
It is 100%. I think it's cuter than saying I'm constipated.
Shorter.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to get right to the point.
Yeah, I'm bunged up.
I love it.
Not today, though. Not today.
I mean, either.
Emily, let's go into some questions. We will start with our most heated question, which sounds like a softball question, but it goes into a deeper discussion. Mm-hmm. What kind of toilet paper do you use, and do you put it on the roll over or under?
So right now, I don't know what kind of toilet paper it is. It's like something that it was a 24-pack I got at CVS that is like a bastard brand. It looks like it would be soft, but it's not.
Oh.
But I'm stuck with it, and it goes by super quick. Like, it lasts like 2 days before I have to change the roll.
Shit.
Oh, lordy.
Absurd.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, I don't waste toilet paper, Like, I'm not someone who has to, like, wrap my whole hand in toilet paper every time I wipe my ass. Make a boo-boo cradle in the toilet. So I don't know how it's going so fast, but
Taking a lot of shits.
I guess so. But it's just, so I think I just replaced the roll yesterday, and I replaced it over.
Oh, she's an over, everybody.
I don't always do it over. I'm not like too picky about it, actually. Like, as long as I can still read what the message on the toilet paper says. Sort of thing.
What does it usually say?
Like, don't forget to wipe.
Oh.
Wipe more.
Yeah, don't leave skid marks on your underwear again.
Call your mom.
Me, yeah. Vote Biden.
Oh.
Great place to advertise.
It is.
Also, Emily, when you wipe your butt, do you wipe sitting or standing?
Sitting.
Ah, popular answer.
If I stand up, then my cheeks will close, and then the doo-doo will splatter and spread.
Yep. You whoopie pie yourself.
To wipe instead of the exposed hole.
Yes. I just learned of a girlfriend of mine the other day who she says she wipes back to front. And I said, no. You have poo-poo in your vagina now. And she goes, no, I don't. I know when to cut it off. And I go,
I know when to cut it off.
To cut it off. And I literally was like, I can never trust you again. You have poo-poo in your vagina.
She put her 10,000 hours in.
Yeah.
Does she have like a UTI all the time?
Well, she was like, I don't have any problems. I was like, you do tell me that you get a bunch of UTIs. So maybe you do.
Ooh.
You got time to like go back to school, man. She better like fix that.
Yep. And Whitney Cummings, I listen to her podcast. She says it all the time that she wipes back to front. And I'm sorry, maybe if you're a guy, you can kind of get away with that disgusting behavior. But as a woman having a vagina, you cannot do that.
Yeah, man. Look, neighbors. That's just like dumping garbage into your neighbor's lawn. That's just no fucking way. Well,
It's having not a solid boundary.
Yeah.
Woo! I want to know this. I think I know who it is. Maybe I don't. I don't know.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Later. I'm not going to out them.
I'll do 3 guesses at the end of the show.
Emily, what was your first memory as a child for poops and farts?
Let me think. Well, I probably... It's not... like, my first bathroom-related memory has to be one where, like, there was... I grew up in Houston, where there's a ton of bugs everywhere, always. And I think I was sitting on the toilet. I was probably like 3 or 4 years old, and like the toilet paper roll was not on its carrier. It was just sitting on the side of the counter. And so I grabbed the toilet paper roll to get some toilet paper. When I picked it up, there was a roach underneath it. And
Ew.
it scared me so bad that I think I like ran out of the bathroom without flushing or anything and just like hid. So yeah, that's probably why I turned out so like well adjusted and I know that's not like explicitly poop and farting, but
that's a traumatic memory while you were
I was pooping.
That would fuck me up.
Yeah.
Ugh, roaches.
Yeah, it was like a massive roach.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ. Ugh.
I just learned, I'm not going to out this person either, but I just learned of a friend of mine who was having rectal itch problems, and they thought it was hemorrhoids, finally went to the doctor, and it was pinworms.
Oh!
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh! How old?
How old is this person? 30s. They're in their 30s. And they think they got it traveling, drinking dirty water. And
Sure.
yeah.
That's what they all say.
Just a heads up and a cautionary tale to everybody out there. If your butthole is itchy because of pinworms, that means the pinworm stays in your intestines and it crawls out to your butthole to lay eggs and crawls back in. So the itchiness is the laying of the eggs on your butthole.
Hell to the no, no, no. Come on, come on. Come on, hell no.
That's so fucking disgusting.
So talking about bugs and poop.
You're all bugged up.
I just send a message real quick to all the pinworms out there, and just in case they're listening, fuck you.
This message has been approved by. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
If you have
Probably one of the
pinworms.
foulest creatures
Ugh.
in
Yeah.
the world.
Anything that's living inside of your butthole, no.
I don't know how I'm not a germaphobe. Seriously, that. I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I'll get this weird panic attack. When I was younger, I used to get these weird panic attacks with any kind of dirty or just weird things like that, or the worst, if you're wiping your ass and your finger rips through the toilet paper. That used to fucking, I felt like I had to be quarantined in a bubble. And when I hear stories like that, it just makes me never want to leave the fucking house. I barely leave the house now. I go out to run and I come back. That's it. And I feel like this is gonna it just sets me off when I hear shit like that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's amazing our podcast hasn't made us more insane.
Yeah, my wife just is very active, so I got to do what she wants to do. So, Anyway, sorry.
What's your listener base like?
All over the place.
That all over the map, literally.
We do have a lot of fetish interviews on. We had this guy on from Rieger who owns a fisting site. So we got a lot of listeners from that. But then we have just people who like to listen to farts and poop and funny stories about poop in your pants. But the funniest thing is when we get messages from people saying, "Why is this a podcast?"
Yeah. Look, we are huge in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We have 6 listeners. And we have 1 in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
One in Egypt, and Morocco coming in with 1 person. So we are killing
We're
it.
international.
Brazil is humongous, and we have 5 listeners in Brazil,
Wow.
and another 11 in Cambodia or Colombia. Yeah, we're worldwide.
You've got a tour ahead of you.
I know.
Yeah.
Completely.
Once this damn pandemic can be over.
We're going to be going to Iceland for that 1 person. It's going to be amazing. That would be the funniest live show. Just 1 person's this crazy Uber fan. Whoever is from Iceland that's listening, please just email us
Or call the hotline.
which now I can't remember what the fuck the number was.
What if it's York?
That would be great.
You're one Icelandic listener.
That'd be awesome. I would go.
You're the most famous Icelandic person.
I would go to her house to do the show live. She'd probably be into that.
Yeah,
You could
to
probably
any
bring sound effects.
to any of our international callers, if they want to, or listeners, if they want to call us, they can call us at 203-998-5579. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
Or just email us.
Yeah. At heypoopypodcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Either one. Or you can write a letter. I'm not going to say my address over the phone, but you'll figure it out. There's not that many people with my name in Brooklyn, so you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Emily, what is your best cure for diarrhea or constipation?
I probably Pepto. It's the one that works the best as long as I can get to it. If it's on the other side of the house or the apartment, I'm screwed. If it's right in front of me, then, helps substantially.
Nice.
I mostly only keep Pepto in my purse because I feel like when I'm at home, it's not as bad. And I know pandemic, whatever, but like even pre-pandemic, it's usually I have explosive diarrhea when I'm not at home.
It's it's a tightrope.
For sure. Like, you're never out and about and have like a normal, like, oh, I gotta take a small poop. It's like always like a disaster.
Emergency.
It's like emergency, like this is going down. People are not gonna want to hang out with me after this.
Yeah, completely. And what about constipation?
Constipation I don't usually suffer from. I guess probably just drinking a cup of coffee.
Oh.
Sometimes even smelling coffee is enough to flip the switch in my brain.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Don't even have to ingest it. There's just automatic.
It's your superpower.
Whiff goes up, shit goes down.
I smell
Very, what is that, Pavlovian dog of you?
That's a t-shirt right there.
What are your favorite products that you use to help you with pooping? You can use supplements, wipes, room sprays, bidets, stools, nothing, matches. It sounds like coffee is one of them.
Yes, coffee is definitely, the wet brown magic bean. Love that. I used a bidet for the first time over this last weekend. I got like a penthouse suite in Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Through sheer luck, and it happened to have a bidet in it, so I was able to see what's all this fuss about. And it was luxurious. It truly, after initially burning my butthole because I used the wrong temperature setting.
Oh,
great.
So it was like a fancy, separate bidet from the toilet.
Yes, they were brothers right next to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the old school, you have money if you can hook up a separate thing next to your toilet.
I think I'd hate having my bidet next to my... I just want it all in one.
I agree with you.
I'd be worried I'd drop something. I'd be worried I'd drop something in between the two.
Right.
And airdrop something down there by accident. And you're like, shit.
I did a cartwheel from nothing could fall out.
I'd like to see that. Please videotape it.
That's pretty impressive.
Talking about bidets, I have a friend of mine who just applied to be a marketing person to a bidet company, and she was telling me, I think I talked about this before, that straight men they're having a harder time selling bidets to straight men, and I was like, you need to shame them with skid marks. And a couple days after I told her that, I opened up Instagram, and of course there was an ad for a bunch
for skid marks. For skid marks.
Yes.
You want more skid marks?
No, an ad for another bidet company, and it said helps you with your skid marks. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, they're listening.
Yeah, they're listening.
That'd be funny.
Oh, you have skid marks? We can help.
I was really hoping you were going to say it was an ad for pro skid marks.
No, Dave, you need to make that ad.
Oh, I hate skid marks. Oh, yeah, that's...
Marks, do men just not wipe their ass?
And the hair.
Yeah, it's little dingleberries stuck in their ass hair.
Yes.
I'm very lucky I'm not very hairy back there, but that's a thing, I guess.
But if you squirt water on it, you can get through the hairs. If you're just wiping with the fucking, it's like when your cat or dog has shit on the back of them, you wipe with a dry piece of paper, you're just smearing it around because of all the hairs.
Yeah, you gotta get them a little wet wipe.
Exactly. So these men are literally dry wiping and smearing into their hairs. Disgusting animals.
Very upsetting.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. I mean, luckily, those days are gone. I mean, I love the bidet. Think of it as like a machete going through a jungle, just hacking away and getting to the gold. It's like if you think water going up your ass makes you gay, then I mean, I can't help you there. That's just like the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. People are idiots. Just clean your ass out. It's so simple.
Yeah, I think it's more like they just don't even think that it's a problem. But if you have doo-doo in your pants, it's a problem.
If you're not a baby or a small child, yeah, it's a big problem.
Or an elderly person.
That's or what? Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just fucking. That's really bad.
Yeah, no bueno. Emily, our very, very, very favorite question on the podcast. Bristol 7, hot and heavy, coming out fast, and you have 0 toilet in sight. Do you go in your pants, or do you find somewhere on the floor, aka the ground?
The floor. I would never just fucking go in my pants. Well, then I don't want to. If I'm trying to get rid of it, I don't want to keep it.
True.
True. Sophie's choice. I mean, I guess it's like also like it's very circumstantial. So if you're like in a subway situation or a bus, what are you going to do? I mean, I would love to say that I would be so punk rock. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm shitting right here in the middle of this bus, this Greyhound. But I know I'd be like, I'm just going to shit my pants and shut the fuck up.
I'd probably just jog in place until I could get out and like
until it's getting on the leg of your pants.
Semi-private.
Oh my god!
Hopefully I can like run into the woods real quick. Or
I was about to say jogging in place. Wouldn't that like shake it up and want it to come out faster?
Yeah, probably, but at least I would be like focusing on my footsteps or something, not just like, fuck, gotta poop.
Like the pee-pee dance.
Yeah, same thing, but like probably like bending over and like wiggling my arms, like doing like a cool little stomp dance.
Nice, you're making it art. That's cool.
Yeah. Before, pulling my pants down, squatting, and shitting, just to get the, onlookers excited for the performance.
Woo.
That would be the best, like, you got a grant-funded, like, interpretive dance routine. And at the end, you just shit your pants. Or shit the stage.
Great Vine from years ago where there's this guy wearing basketball shorts outside on his like little basketball court, and he goes and one like slam dunks his basketball and instantly pulls his basketball shorts down and just takes a shit in like
how have we not seen this?
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Kudos.
I don't know if it's even findable anymore now that Vine is defunct, but I'll try to find it for you.
Vine was one of my favorite things ever, and it breaks my heart that it didn't last.
Yeah, why would they take that away from me?
It's like Snapchat and then Instagram just like ruined it.
Yeah.
But going back to our very favorite question, we also would like to know, has anything slightly like that ever happened to you? Have you pooped your pants or pooped anywhere out in public? And sharding is also included.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely sharded a couple times. I think most recently was at like a Whole Foods. Or like I own the place. And then how quickly we fall.
Like, hello, Miss Foods.
I'm like, whoop, gotta go.
Oh, shit. Have you ever, like, almost shit your pants or done anything like that when you're performing or just in everyday life?
When I was performing, never ever came close to shitting on stage, thankfully. I've farted on stage pretty frequently because it's like the club that I work at is very, very small. And in the dressing room, it's like 3 by 5 feet. So if I fart in there, everyone's gonna get, who farted? Like, you know, instant. Like, you don't want to fart in a room full of hot girls, or maybe you do, but
yeah, if it's your thing,
they don't want you to. And you know, when I'm in the audience, walking around, navigating the crowd, don't want to fart. Well, I might want to crop dust. You know,
oh yeah.
Like I can just like pass by and drop one, leave it there. But if I'm like standing there talking to someone, don't want to fart. Don't want to like create a stink to like, you know, break the illusion that I'm a hot woman. But on stage, I have plenty of space. I can like go to the top of a pole and fart there, and then slide down as quick as I can, go to the other side of the stage, and no one's the wiser.
True.
Yeah, no one's thinking you're doing that, so that's...
Yeah, it's like a scent diffuser.
I would love to know if you're at the top of the pole and you fart. Does the fart, because hot air rises, stay there? Mm-hmm. Like, you would think. You know, it's the best place to fart. It's like, high.
Yes, as long as I'm like pointing towards the ceiling too.
Yeah, like when they stand on the ceiling with their shoes. And like, yeah. It's amazing too that the gut has no gravity, and you can just like literally be upside down, 10 feet in the air, and fart.
Ripping farts, breaking hearts.
That needs to be a t-shirt.
Oh my god. Well, we'll make that happen.
Do y'all ever get the thing where like sometimes you're walking around like a Macy's or a bookstore and there's like something in the air that just like, it's like smelling a can of coffee beans.
Yep.
Where like you feel like you've been punched in the stomach, and then why does that happen?
There has been a study about that, and I think it's in a lot of chain stores, because if I'm ever in like a Home Depot or Home Goods, totally have to shit. I am the queen of shitting in chain stores. So yeah, there is like, you're not the only one. There's something in the air or something that they put on this stuff that makes people poop.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me, but Ellen for sure. I can't remember the last time I took a shit at an Office Depot or a Target or wherever, inserts box store. But yeah, she is the queen of that shit for sure.
Completely. Is that only bookstores that turn it on for you?
No, it's like it could be a Kohl's department store or
Big Lots.
Many, I guess, like usually only happens when I'm alone. Like if I'm walking through a store by myself, maybe it's like anxiety or something.
Yeah,
from my mommy.
We interviewed a therapist, and she said it could be just the excitement of shopping turns stuff on.
Fascinating.
You're like, oh shit, I'm getting some new slippers. Where's that bathroom?
Always happens to me. I'm the queen of it.
New muffin tins. I gotta take a shit.
I see those like demo toilets. Gotta go.
We posted on our Instagram feed a long time ago a guy taking a shit at a IKEA, one of those like in a bathroom, like, you know, like staged bathroom, and it was like just taking a shit in there, and I thought that was like, I was like, Some heroes don't wear capes. I thought that was fantastic. Oh my God. Well,
besides you sharding, Emily, do you have any other accident or funny stories? It doesn't even have to be your pants that it happened to, but is there anybody else at like the club or whatever that you've seen an accident happen?
When I was like 17, at my very first job, I worked at Abercrombie Kids, and I had eaten a pot brownie for the very first time in school.
Oh, yeah.
My boyfriend had given to me, like, during the morning. So I ate it, like, at the end of first period. And then second period, like, my friends were like, Emily, do you feel it? Do you feel the pot brownie yet? I was like, nah, it was nothing. I don't think it works. And, like, I was sitting in my economics class, and then all of a sudden I feel like this whole huge, like, shockwave into my bloodstream, where I was sitting at my desk feeling like having like a Kramer from Seinfeld moment, where I was just like whoa. All of a sudden I eat my whole lunch instantly, and then see my boyfriend, who I would usually like give him my sandwich in exchange for like $2 for vending machine money. And I was like, I'm sorry, I ate my sandwich, but I still need some vending machine money. He's like, oh, I'm hungry too. Oh no. And so I wind up buying like all sorts of garbage throughout the rest of the day, like being high as a kite, like just giggling. Fortunately, I was already weird, so like giggling and snacking wasn't too out of character for me. But I ate like a frozen Snickers bar, like 4 bags of flavored blasted goldfish. One of my friends gave me a whole sleeve of Oreos. I ate so much junk. And then after school, I had to go to my job at Abercrombie. So I get there, and the first hour or so of my shift, I'm chilling. Like, nothing too crazy is going on. But then, in the exact same, like, you know, body wave of how, like, being high on set, I had that happen, but with diarrhea.
Oof.
Like, while I was talking to my store's manager, where she was, like, going over tasks or something with me, like, I was just like, oh my god. And I'm, like, you know, letting out some really toxic farts. They smell like battery acid.
Oh.
Horrible. And while she's talking to me, and I'm just like, oh my god, she's smelling these farts. And so she's... the store was empty aside from like one old lady, and I was like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom right now. And she's like, okay, right after you ring up this person. And I was like, oh god. And so like, you know, concentrate all of my energy on like holding my sphincter closed, wiggling side to side, like, just don't fucking poop in your Abercrombie jeans. Like, please God. And so lady comes over, I'm like, oh, how are you? Like, oh no, Abercrombie Kids, did you find everything all right today? And she's like, oh, well, my grandson, he might actually be an extra large instead of a large. And I was like, I'll go get it for you. I sprint across the store, get her the size, come back, ring everything up, and then, like, while she's like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't get this one. Maybe, and I'm like, God, I can't do it. Like, just tell me, I gotta go. Trying not to be rude, while also trying not to shit myself. So, as soon as this lady leaves, I sprint to the back of the store and then, like, just dump, like, hot orange juice out of my ass. Just remove the sheath, and it just like sprays. So I was afraid I was going to, feel like I felt so intensely wrong that I was gonna have to ask to leave early, like go home. But all I had to do was, dump out one load of diarrhea, and then I was fine. But rest of my shift, and so I was like hours later, I was folding shirts in like the back of the store, and another one of my coworkers went into the bathroom and came out and was like, "Oh, I don't know what happened in there. Fuck that. Ooh." And I smelled it too. It's crazy.
Oh my god, that's well, at least you didn't make in your pants.
No, but like by my hair. Like it was I really thought it was gonna happen. Thought I was for sure gonna shit myself.
Oh.
Some blitzkrieg natural disaster shit.
Like pure liquid too. Like amazing that I was able to clench my butthole that
God,
airtight.
It's some real sphincter control.
Yeah, you did it. At least look, you didn't shit your pants. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter how you got there.
I'm afraid that might have been like my only moment. Like if I'm ever confronted with a situation like that, I don't know if I have the strength or the willpower like I did then.
I would just warn you, as a middle-aged woman, it does get worse.
Yeah, I feel like I was like, when I was younger, I had insane control. Now it's like, I mean, granted, I've only shit my pants, I think, 2 or 3 times from like 30s to 40s.
Okay, rewind 2 or 3 times. I only know of one story on this podcast. Are you going to finally tell us these other 2 stories?
I told the bike.
Yeah.
Then, did I mention?
We are 96 episodes
No. Hold on. Wait. I'm not holding back. I shit my pants on my bike. Emily's like, great. Okay, well, I did have. Did I shit my pants? You know what? I almost shit my pants running. Well, a little bit came out while I went into a bar on the way home, which I told that story before.
Yeah.
I walked in, I'm like, I'll just have a burger and fries because I felt so guilty. And I just went into the bathroom and destroyed it. Like, absolutely. But it was like, let's just say like, there was a little bit of a kiss of my, a little bit of a peck from into my running shorts. And I feel like another time, maybe I want to say I came home from a show. I was a little tipsy, and I kind of made a little bit in my pants on the way to the bathroom door from the hallway.
Wow.
But it wasn't like full. It wasn't like full release. It was like a pre. It was like a little bit came out, but like right when it like hit my underwear right when I was going to the bathroom. So I can't really say it's like a full shit in my pants, but enough where my wife was like, I think you should go see a doctor because this seems like it's happening a lot and this is not normal. So there was a string of, I mean, the bike ride back home for sure was awful. I remember sitting going, you can't do this. You can't be shitting your pants as an adult. Like, what the fuck? Just riding a bike home. So, excuse me. Yeah. Technically 3 times, but really one time. The other 2 were like, half in, half out kind of thing.
Well, just checking.
Yeah, no, I'm not holding back. Trust me, I know.
Just checking.
I'm not holding back on you. After
almost 2 years of this shit.
Well, I'm sorry that I have...
Secret story.
I'm sorry that I have amazing sphincter control. I mean, it's not my fault, Like, some people are blessed with all kinds of, things, and that's mine.
Good to know.
Will I use it for evil or good? Who knows? So,
Emily, do you have any other stories you want to add?
I don't think so.
It's okay.
I think that's my It's one of my biggest shit stories.
Okay.
If anything else happened in the future, you can always come back on for a mini-sode. I'm never hoping somebody shits their pants, but if they do, please tell us.
Yeah, you'll be the first person I call.
Please.
Yes.
Or leave a message. That'd be great. We'll play it on the air.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just go into some news then. I'm going to play this little quick intro, which I have a new one, but I keep forgetting it to load onto my iPad, which is like ancient. So we're going to have to go to the old one for now. But a new one is coming, people. So, my wife and I have been watching this show Alone, and which is going to lead into Naked and Afraid. That's our next one. But right now, she is obsessed with Alone. And I tapped off the first season. I'm like, I get it. And it's not worth the $500,000 prize, to be honest with you, watching this. But there's some interesting things. And the whole time I'm going like, they don't talk about any shitting at all. So we're watching we're on season 5 or something, I think. I don't even know how many stupid seasons there are now. But anyway, one guy actually was on camera talking about, he's like, you're probably wondering, how do people poop around here? And he just pulls out this big thing of moss. He's like, moss. He's like, to be honest with you, I'd rather use this than TP. So I did a little digging, and I found a bunch, and this is kind of talks about with Kyle Bonbon, our episode, talked about like using different types of things to wipe with, but I figured with watching Alone and all this, what the hell, we'll just kind of revisit a little bit of it. But yeah, they're saying moss is it's like better than butt wipes.
Wow.
It's soft and absorbent and contains iodine, which is a germ killer.
Wow.
So moss cleans and disinfects. So if you're out and about trying to be on that show Alone as your demo tape, it can be found near water, on the north side of trees, and in most of the northern hemisphere. So if you need something to wipe your ass with, moss works great. Spanish moss, another one, which kind of looks like doesn't look like anything like regular moss you probably are thinking of. It's kind of got like this like it has the same properties as regular moss, but it just looks a little more stringy. You can use that. You can use an Osage orange, which I didn't know what the fuck that was until I saw this, but it basically looks like a tennis ball with a bunch of nubs on it. And they were saying that it looks ridiculous, but it actually does work. They're also called hedge apples. It's a large fruit. It's not, but it's just like you kind of wedge the crevice in there to kind of get it in there. But they work well for wiping.
Wow.
We did mention before in our episode rocks. Rocks work really well. We just got to find the right kind of rock.
Yes.
The author's favorite stone was dolomite, which I thought was hilarious. And a cotton rock is a second close. I don't know what any of those rocks are or look like, but if you do, use it.
I remember Kyle Bonbon was saying smooth.
Yeah, it's got to be smooth. You obviously don't want a piece of a stalagmite or tight.
Oof, no. What were you going to ask, Emily?
What kind of cacti would you use?
Ooh.
Cacti not on here, but hands are. Snow was another one. Snow does a fantastic job of scrubbing the starfish.
Whoa.
Poor starfish.
I know, it's so great. Pine cones, which was shocking actually that was on here. But the key
that sounds painful.
But as the author says, the key is to find the right pine cone. You want a fresh one right from the tree before it's opened and dropped any seeds. Still, I'm not using a pine cone. I'm like, yeah, I'll just make a mess.
So it can drop seeds in your butthole?
Yeah.
That's the last thing I need. Pine tree growing out my ass.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, like, it wasn't this really fun date, but it's just a weird thing. I'm like, oh, did you shit your pants? No, that's a pine cone. It's a long story, but yeah, so moss, your hands, rocks, smooth, pine cones, an Osage orange. These are all great things if you're out in the wild and you need to wipe your ass with. Or if you just want to
stay away from poison ivy.
Or if you want to get off the grid and be like, fuck TP, just use moss. But moss does sound like a good option, to be honest with you. And it's soft. So
the next time I see some moss, I'm going to grab us some so we could try it out.
Right. All right. We'll do that. I'm there for that. This comes from
with the Taco Bell Live Moss lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about moss. Oh my God. This comes from the Sigma 3 Survival School. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that kind of sounds scary. But anyway, some tips for your ass in the woods.
I can't wait for you to start watching Naked and Afraid. Alone is like really good and it's like more serious. Naked and Afraid is a train wreck.
Okay.
It's the best show on TV.
Well, I look forward to watching that. Real quick, I've been dying to play this soundbite, and it has no. I'm just gonna crowbar it in here. It's got nothing like. This is the worst segue ever, but I need to play this because I think I played it. I tried playing it once, but it makes me laugh every time I hear it. So here goes.
I cannot find my doo-doo wipes. I repeat, I cannot find my doo-doo wipes. I can't find my doo-doo wipes.
What is that from?
I don't know, but I had to play. I was looking for new drops, and I found that, and I was dying, and I've been dying to figure out a way to crowbar that in there. So I'm like, I'm just gonna play. I don't give a shit.
That's a really good one.
So with that, Emily, thanks so much for being on the show, man.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Enron Scandal. You can find Twitter at Gay Horny. And I will be on a cartoon coming out November 7th at 2 a.m. on Toonami called Gemusetsu Death Beats.
What's it called again? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Gemusetsu Death Beats.
Cool.
Where I play a boat captain named Titty who ushers dead souls into the afterworld.
Amazing.
Nice. Captain Titty. Excellent.
I think you should change your Instagram to Captain Titty.
Yeah.
I always like changing the name. Like anytime, I always change my Twitter name anytime I get recognized in public. But I don't know. And my Twitter's not like a huge account or anything, but like I definitely have strangers who follow me. And when I like encounter people who I don't know, who come over to me and they're like, "Hey, are you gay horny?" Like it gives me like the biggest chill down my spine, like makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's weird.
That I have to go home and change it.
Well, Captain Titty.
Just so I never have to hear that phrase ever again.
Yeah, true.
At least when people say, "Are you gay horny?" like they have to say the words "gay horny."
I love it. Well, thanks again, and good luck on the new top secret program.
Yeah.
I hope it works out well. And
Thanks.
if you shit your pants, just give us a call and we'll talk about it on the air.
Please.
Of course.
Thank you again, Emily, and happy pooping, everyone, and enjoy your butthole.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect 4 Entertainment. Produced by Dave and Ellen, with executive producer Stormy Leather, edited by me, Dave.
For more information, go to heypoopypodcast.com for episodes, merch, and more. Follow us on Instagram at Hey Poopy Podcast and Twitter at Hey Poopy. Theme song by Jordan